All right, guys. So, part two of this. So, you remember, I don't know if you've watched any of the like really big, like very first few videos that I was always, that I was posting up. So, here's how you know if this whole thing is managed when it starts, okay? So, when the squeeze begins, the way that you can gauge where your brackets can be and should be is by looking at the price action. When you see the price action, if it looks anything like how it's been for the last year and a half, then besides of June, then obviously just rest assured that this is nothing that has to do with the squeeze. Like literally that has nothing to do with the squeeze, because I told you before, 10-20% movements, that's not an indication saying that we're beginning to squeeze. In fact, they're counting on whenever they have these little spikes, 20-30% maybe. I mean, come on, if AMC goes up 100%, that's at this point now, what is it, like $38, $36? Like even if it climbs that much, it's still not a squeeze, because again, we know one thing for sure is that the least that you could get for your shares is $72-$73, and that's only because they're talking about the reset to start there, because naturally should start from there and then kind of go take its way back up. Now, whether that's true or not, I personally have like good belief that that's where we'll kind of take it up to, like we'll go up to. Now they're counting on, the reason why they dropped it this low is because they're counting on the fact that when it goes up, like in these percentages, like 100%, 150%, the bot attacks are going to be through the roof in those times. Like people are going to talk about, and day traders, scalpers, they're going to be like, talking crazy, like, oh, why would you hold? It went up 100%, you should sell. Know this, guys, a squeeze have nothing to do with the fundamentals of going up a certain percent or whatnot. You've seen some plays when they drop their IPO just this past week, you've seen them go up 7, 8, 900% easy in one trading session, like not over over a few days. So when you're talking squeeze, guys, again, I'll keep mentioning GME did not squeeze and it went to 400 something. I understand they have less float. They have I forgot really the number, like the exact number, but it wasn't like us. Like AMC, for example, has 513 million. And by the way, guys, I am in GME too, so like I'm not saying us or them or whatever, or sndl or bbig. I'm in those plays as well. So these things, the way I'm gauging it personally is I know that even if the float is so high of like amount of shares in AMC, for example, is 513 million, there is over 19 billion synthetics sold and FTDs and all that stuff. Their whole ploy is to try to break you down throughout this process. They've done it for a year and a half. Now, at the end, they need to free up the market. And because they need to free up the market, they need to go to the final showdown. It's the final stand with us. And to them, psychologically, they think we can't pull it off. It's been like, that's why they spent billions of dollars on studying retail psychology. So if psychology was somehow flipped, like we do the opposite of what they reverse psychology, on them, it will be like I said, the greatest event in human history in general, because it's just crazy. It's just crazy. If you can feel or think what I'm thinking and feel what I'm feeling, then that's I'm not the only one, again, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Like, I can't give financial advice, but I will tell you one thing. If you see the price action being controlled, then that has nothing to do with with squeeze. That's just them controlling levels of it goes, because a squeeze has no control. Like, the only way you can control it is when you really halt the stock. That's the only way to control a squeeze, is throughout holds. They have that ready. They have after hours fixing papers and trading ready. They have everything ready. The only thing that they need is defeat you mentally and psychologically into selling less for less, or who knows how this thing can go. I don't go down with this whole idea and theory of I understand maybe some YouTubers have been bought off, or some have been influenced. The only way that this can be finished is if they sell for less, because that's just the way it is. Well, guess what? If everybody decides to sell, like, here's what boggles my, like, what gets me so, like, mentally like cringed. Those very YouTubers that first used to pump out crazy numbers in the beginning of this play, and now they drop them to minuscule numbers. Let's think of it like this. If everyone was to take their word for it, do you think that majority of the people would get a $300 or $200 valuation? No. Because like, as soon as half of the people in this play sell, then your ceiling have already dropped. It's not like, again, remember, high demand, high demand, low supply. The more that they get back, the less that they have to be, like, be sought after whatever is left. Because the lesser that is left out there, the lesser is importance. It's not as important. So if everybody's like decides to go like, yeah, I'm gonna go between 200 and 300, for example, just hypothetically speaking, then the 300 won't even reach it. You know, the idea of, if you, like, when people say this a lot, if you study for an exam and you give A work, like you studied your ass off, and here comes the exam, odds are you're either gonna get the A or you're gonna get a B. Worst case scenario, you might get a C, because you truly gave A work for this. If you don't do any homework or any work for this, or don't even study, when you go to that test, an A is like a miracle. A B is like, wow, how did you do that? You lucked out. A C and so forth, like, you gave effort. So therefore your ceiling is already at an F to a D at best. So again, what you put in is what you get out, guys. If everybody tries to go anything underneath the 300, for example, then majority of the community will be lucky to get $100 payout or $78 payout, because the spikes that people are already putting pre-sale orders at 280 or 300, then that's it. That's the ceiling right there. The idea of numbers climbing is for holding. That is the only thing that we have on our side, guys. Hold, numbers go up. No one sells, this thing is not done. No one can go nowhere. Okay, Vanguard, BlackRock, all institutions sold all their shares, all of it, at $200. They still need the other billions of shares that are out there that are with retail to finish this saga. Otherwise, the market continues to be a prisoner, and they can't keep that going. They already are moving on, because financially the whole country is hurting from this. So much love, guys. I gotta go to the game. I'm literally late now. I'm outside. I just gotta go in. I'm gonna come back. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you like it. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. You have your other YouTubers you could go to. And please again, share this video with people. Share it in other platforms, in other places, whatever, Twitter, Facebook, other communities. Bring the people in so that they can understand. Whoever, if you think you're the only one who have this dilemma on what the numbers can be and whatnot, then odds are there's like millions of others out there that are also going through the same thing. And there's no need to give anyone a particular number, because no one knows what a particular number is. Again, it's psychology. Each one needs the next, and the whole community needs each one and another in order for us to get to the numbers that we all would like, or at least the stratosphere that we would like to get to. So the only way we could do that is by winning it psychologically. So much love, guys. Like the video again, subscribe, and share the videos with other channels.